morning, my little superstars, and welcome to your spelling video for today. Now, it is Monday, the 22nd of February, and what we're going to do today, we are going to revise the prefix and to learn the prefix dis. Okay, now is when we do the opposite, okay? So if I was to zip my coat up, to not do that, to get out of my coat, I would unzip it. So I'm doing the opposite, aren't I? If I was to, I'm trying to think, if I'm really, really happy and smiling, and then if I was really sad, I'd be going from happy to unhappy, and it's the opposite, okay? Now, there's a new word, dis, and this is exactly the same. It's the opposite of the word. But what we need to do, we need to sort through these words to make sure that they're in the opposites, okay? By using the prefix un or dis. So let's have a look. So I've got the word do. If I was to put my phone on the desk, I'd do that, wouldn't I? But if I was to take it off, I would undo it, wouldn't I? So what I'd do here, I'd do undo. I'm going to put it in purple just so that you can see the changes that I've made. Now, Miss Dunn would class herself as being really, really honest. I never tell lies, and I give my own opinion, which is very, very honest. But if I lied a lot, and if I wasn't honest, would I be unhonest or dishonest? Unhonest or dishonest? I think I'd be dishonest, wouldn't I? So whilst I'm doing these superstars, you can be joining in, okay? So my next one, happy. I'm really, really happy. But if I wasn't happy and it was the opposite of happy, what would it be? It would be unhappy, wouldn't it? So really sad, unhappy. There we go. Now, Miss Dunn is feeling very, very well. I do not feel poorly. I don't need any medicines. I'm super duper, feeling fit and strong. But if I wasn't feeling well and I had a bit of a tummy ache or I felt a little bit sick, what would I do? Would I be unwell or would I be diswell? What do you think, Year 3? I would be unwell, wouldn't I? So let's type unwell in there. Now, let's have a look at agree. Now, agree is a funny one. Yes, I agree that chocolate is Miss Dunn's favourite food. But what happens if you don't agree? What's the opposite of agree? Would it be unagree or disagree? I think it would be dis. What do you think, superstars? So I've got my disagree there. Right. So Miss Dunn owns her phone. Okay, this is Miss Dunn's phone. I own it. If I was to throw it away, okay, it's gone. I've thrown it away. I owned my phone, but now I don't. Would I unown it or would I disown it? I would disown it, wouldn't I? Unown doesn't sound quite right. So disown. And that means when you get rid of something. Now, there's a bit of a cheeky one here. I've already looked at this one with you. Zip. I'm zipping up my coat, keeping nice and warm. But once I get to inside, I don't keep my coat on. I put the zip down. Would it be dis-zip or unzip? What do you think? One of them sounds really funny, doesn't it? It would be unzip, wouldn't it? And again, I'm putting it in my purple just so you can see that I've edited it. Now, obey. Now, this is a really good word. This is like one of the pound words that we're looking at today in English. Now, obey means that you follow the rules in a sense. So we have our school rules. We don't run. We listen to each other and we obey them. But sometimes we can get a little bit giddy, can't we? And sometimes we don't listen to them and we don't obey these rules. So what do you think it would be? Unobey or disobey? What do you think? It would be disobey, wouldn't it? Unobey sounds a little bit crazy. So purple again, because I've edited my word. Now, you don't need to be doing anything just yet, Year 3. Now, in the morning, Miss Dunn gets dressed. I get out of my pyjamas and I put my clothes on for today. I brush my hair and make sure I'm suitable for the day. So I get dressed. Now, at night time, I don't sleep in these clothes in my jumper dress, do I? I put my pyjamas on. But I don't put my pyjamas on over my clothes, do I? So I've got to take my jumper dress off and then put my pyjamas on. So what would I need to do there? Would it be distress or undress? It would be undress, wouldn't it? Yes. And everybody needs to undress before they get into their pyjamas, don't they? Otherwise, you'd be a little bit too hot. And the last one here, like a magician. Sometimes a magician can just, ta-da, appear. I'm not a magician, no. But then a magician can just suddenly go, can't he? He can just suddenly, I said he, it could be a she. They can just suddenly go. So what would that be? Would it be unappear or disappear? I think it would be disappear. So let's add that on there. Now, year 3, these are your spellings for this week. Now that we've added the prefixes all together, these are your spellings for this week. So we've got undo, unhappy, disown, undress, unzip, unwell, dishonest, disagree, disobey, and disappear. Now, what we're going to do today, we've got all these words and we're going to be sorting them into 2 columns. And I'll just scroll down a bit so that you can see. So I've got un and dis here, and there's a column for un and a column for dis. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to write each of the new words that we've made up at the top here and put them into these columns. So I've got my word unhappy. Now, would it go in un or dis? It would go in un, wouldn't it? And hopefully, there we go. Oh, it's going to be a pain here. There we go. It's in. Then I'm going to do this one. Dishonest. Would it go in un or dis? It would go in dis, wouldn't it? There we go, and you can see it's been a bit of a pain and it's gone there, but not to worry. So what I'd like you to do now, I'd like you to put all these words, so you might want to pause the video once the words are all at the top. I'll move them back in a second. And I'd like you to put all these words into the 2 different columns. You can split them up. If you are using a ruler, no, you should be using a ruler actually. Please can you do the lines neatly with a ruler? If you don't have a ruler, what you can do, you could use the edge of a book. You could use a photo frame if you're careful. You could even use the side of a parent's phone. Just try and keep those lines super neat, superstars, okay? And once you've done, please take a photo of it and send it to me on Class Dojo. Okay, superstars, see you soon. Good luck. Bye-bye.